So the topic for today, first session is uh, introduction to malware. Okay, and session two, there is a practical session in which we will create some malware. Okay, and session three is all about how to reset or crack the Windows password. Okay, so this is the agenda for today. Now, for those who have some problem in social engineering attack, okay, I am doing the phishing practical again. So keep concentrate, and if you have any problem, then please discuss. So I just open my Kali Linux machine. Okay, just type username, password. So Kali machine is started. First of all, you have to check that you have a valid internet connection, your Kali Linux machine. For that, you just check your IP, type if config. So you are connected in the internet connection, and your local IP address is this 192.168.0.127. Okay, and there are some changes you have to make. If you have a problem with your network, just click on machine, network, just click on network and attach to a bridge adapter. Just click on bridge and select your machine's hardware. In my case, it is Intel dual band wireless. Okay, so click on OK. Now, my Kali Linux machine has a valid internet connection. Okay, so now you can check it from this icon also, wired connection first. Okay, so my connection is good. Now I just open my terminal. Okay, my current directory is root. You have to check by typing this command pwd, print working directory. Okay, you are in root. Now just type sudo So toolkit and type your password here. Okay. So your social engineering toolkit is started. Select from the menu. So in the first option, you have to select social engineering attack. Press 1 here, press enter. Now select from the menu spear phishing attack, website attack, or infectious media generator. There are lots of category of phishing attacks. Here uh, we will select website attack vectors. So just press 2 and enter. Okay. Now from all these options, you have to select this credential harvester attack method because it will gives you the user credential in a plain text form. That's why we are use this. So just press 3. Now, if you want to make a phishing page for Gmail, Google, or Twitter, select web template of one. Or if you want to make phishing page for any website, so you have to type the URL of that website. So in this case, I select two. Okay, so we will clone a website here. So press 2 and enter. Okay. If this system display a local IP here, it means that everything is okay. Okay. If this IP is not displayed here, it means there is something wrong with your system. Okay. So press so type your local IP address here because you are trying this to your local network. Okay. So I just type my local address of my Kali Linux machine and press enter. Okay. Now type the URL. Okay. So for example, you have to see http www dot that this is fakesite.com. So here we can type any website. For example, I've typed Facebook. Okay, facebook.com. Okay, and press enter. Now cloning the website. Okay, this could take a little bit. Now you have to send that link to the victim. Okay, so just click on browser. And if you want to make a link for your local network also, you just select URL shortener. And if you are okay with IP address, then you can directly send that IP address to your victim. Okay. So just check by pasting here and press. So this is the Facebook page. Okay. And if you type any username here, Now it redirects to the original Facebook page. So here are your username and password. Okay, you can check it on any computer connected to your system, connected to your network. Sorry. So this is the phishing page. Okay. Just type any password here, GGGTTTE something. Okay. So here are the password. This is for first system. And this is for the second time. Okay. So I hope you have no problem regarding that. If you have any problem, then please inform me. Okay. And and if you want to do it now, you can share your screen and do it with me. Okay. So this is the phishing. Okay. So now to start our topic, which is malware. So what is a malware? So what is computer malware or a malware? So malware is a term which makes with two words. First means malicious, where means software. It means a software which have some malicious function, okay, which are made to be do some malicious functions. So if a software malfunctioning with your system, with your phone, with your network, it is under as category as malware. Okay, so it a kind of software program or a malicious code. Okay, it produced by unknown people and harmful to the computer. Okay, because the intention to develop a malware is not good. That's why we can say the produced by unknown people and their intention to harm the system of other peoples. Okay. Some varieties of these software are the viruses, worms, and trojans, and there are a number of lists available for computer malware. So, malicious software designed or developed with malicious intentions mainly to steal information, disrupt services, or gain access. Okay, their primary intention to gain access of that system or to corrupt the data of that system or to take the advantage of that system. Okay, so design or developed with malicious intentions. In the practical session, we will also create malware and install it in another system to take the access of that system. Okay, can be code. Malware can be code, scripts, executables, libraries file, or other form of application. So it is not necessary that malware comes in the exe form. It can be any type of code, any kind of script which runs on your browser, any executable, any library file which you installed in your piece of code, or other form of applications. Okay, so it is not necessary that it comes only in exe file. Okay, a general term used to refer a variety of norms or hostile, intrusive or annoying software. Okay, so a general term used to refer a variety of forms of hostile, intrusive or annoying software. So basically, if it is a malicious software and it is made to malfunctioning, that's why we can say it is intrusive and annoying software that will harm your system. How they transport to your system means how the malware comes into your system. Okay, suppose you have got an email, and in the email there is a line mentioned over here, hello, I am Anna, please click here to see my photos. Okay, good, good morning. Okay, let me try, sir. Now it's visible. So how they transport to your system. Okay, suppose you have got an email. In that email there are mentioned, hello, I am Anna, please click to here to see my photos, and any kind of email, and these kind of email many people received too many times. Okay, so if you are click on that attachment, the malware comes into your system and will harm your system. And by clicking on a web link when surfing the web. Okay, so suppose you are going to download any software, and you just type the software name, and you just click on first two or three websites. So in those websites there are many types of screen comes here, many kinds of pop-ups comes here, one by one, one by one. So by mistake, if you have click on the wrong button or any other malicious link, a malware can get into your system. Okay, by downloading a program that claims to be a game or a cool picture. Okay, so there are the fake programs. Okay, suppose you are looking for download a MP3 song of Muhammad Rafi or any other old kind of song. Just type the string. So you are just type the string, but there is a software called. Please download that exe file before you going to download that particular song. So the song extension is MP3. So why are you downloading the exe file or any APK file in your phone? That's why I mention here by downloading a program that claims to be game or cool picture. Mean to say you are looking for only a MP3 file, but the program comes in exe or APK form. So that completely a virus, that are completely a malware that will harm your system after downloading it. Okay, file shared by anonymous people on any forum. Okay, suppose you are a member of any group on Facebook or any other forum. Many kinds of people share their files or share their app links ki please download this app, please download this app and you will get this reward, and this is a app for latest tutorial in cyber security, and this is the app for latest tutorial in Java and Python technologies. So if you, any people download that harmful file, his system will compromise. Okay, so these are the method, these are the ways how the malware transport to your system. It's come in bonus with your free crack or software, free or cracked softwares. Okay, so as I have discussed many times, so please don't download any cracked version software, because there is a keygen software, and there is a 80 to 90% probability that in every keygen there is a spyware hidden. So a hidden spyware compromise your system by downloading it. So please don't go for cracked version software. If you really need that kind of software, please purchase it from the authentic websites. Otherwise, your system will compromise by the hacker. Others think how you got infected, and these rest is on your knowledge and wisdom. Think how you got infected. Okay, how kind of stuff you are searching for the web. Okay, so think like that. Now the point is damage done by malware. Sometimes it will display unwanted message on desktop uh, or any screen you have in your system. Okay, so sometimes it will display uh, uh, unwanted messages. Sometimes it is very annoying, it will display very annoying messages. So okay, some tend to destroy program or data. So sometimes these kind of malware will destroy your data or hidden your data. Okay, result in system crashes. Okay, and that the completely result is your system got crashed after that malware comes to your system. Format hard disk. Okay, so it can format your hard disk also and damage and deleted files. Okay, encrypt complete data. Okay, as we have discussed in the case of ransomware, so ransomware completely encrypted your data. Okay, so that you can't access that kind of data. Okay, and for decryption, a hacker demands you a ransom money for that. So these are the damages done by any malware. Okay, so this is the Types of malware available. Okay, so first is virus, worms, spyware, botnet, crypter, adware, ransomware, rootkit, backdoor, and trojans. So these all are the types of a malware, and the list is too long. Okay, some are scareware and some are adware and some are freeware. Okay, so these all are kind of malware. Virus. A virus usually comes an attachment in an email that holds. Okay, so what is a virus? Virus is usually comes an attachment in an email that holds a virus payload or the part of the malware that performs the malicious action. Okay, once the victim opens the file, the device is infected. Okay, so in short we can say are the virus are the piece of code which reflected itself. Okay, it is in the form of exe. Okay, and virus needs a human interaction to spread it there. Okay, if a virus comes into your system in any drive, okay, it will not spread by itself. Okay, when you click on that file and when you copy that file into another location, that the virus will spread into that location. So we can say a virus needs a human interaction to spread it anywhere. Okay. So download virus attack processes, download it, execute, infection, then hacked. Okay. First, you have downloaded the virus. Then, suppose you download a software in the keygen, there is a virus over there, and you have downloaded this that virus and execute that virus by clicking on the keygen software. Then your system got infected in few days, and after that infection your system is completely compromised by the owner of that malware. Okay, so how virus works? So we can relate it with COVID-19 virus into say if a system have a virus, if I have a system symptoms of any virus, then please uh, leave that system in isolate and don't execute any kind of file or don't execute or don't copy or paste data from or in that system. Okay, so if you leave that system alone or if you scan that system with the latest antivirus, that virus got and you can easily delete that virus. Okay, so virus needs to be human interaction to spread there. Worms worms have the ability to copy themselves from machine to machine. Okay, so it doesn't need to a human interaction. Okay, virus have the ability to copy themselves from machine to machine, usually by exploiting some sort of security weakness in a software or an operating system, and don't require user interaction to function. Okay, so where worms take the benefit any vulnerability or any loopholes found in any software. Okay, so worms have the ability to copy themselves. So we can say it replicate itself without any interaction from the user or any interaction from the human. Okay, So it will take the advantage of the security flaws in a software or any application. So it is very difficult to identify a worm rather than a virus. Or if a worm comes to your system, it will definitely great harm you greater than the virus, because virus needs the human interaction to spread, but worms replicate itself. Okay, so so this is the worm structure. Worm is similar to virus, but different in their nature. So in this picture, you can say how worm works. So if a worm comes to a system via any source of media, doesn't matter how it comes to a system, but if comes to a system, it will replicate itself and makes copy, makes copy of itself and harm your system in a badly manner. Now, what is Trojan? Trojan Trojan is a kind of malware. Okay, so they can steal personal data, crash as a device, spy on activities, or even launch on attack. Okay, so in our practical session, we will make a Trojan and we will install in the any window machine and takes the access of that system. Okay, so basically, Trojan is a kind of malware which is very dangerous in nature, and it can take the complete access of the victim computer to the hacker. Okay. So it is a program in which the malicious harmful code is contained inside apparently harmless programming or data in such a way that it can get control and cause damage. Okay. Such as ruining the file allocation table on your hard disk. Okay. So Trojan, the story of Trojan is very old. In my old days, I have watched a movie named Battle of Troy. Okay, in that movie, there are two rival countries. First, Yunnan, and another, I don't remember their name. So, Yunanis are very religious people. Okay, and their castle is very secure because there is a way around their castle. Okay, so if an enemy wants to enter their castle, so he struggles a lot. That's why his rival country makes a plan. Okay, he makes a huge horse of wood. Okay, he made a huge wooden horse, and their soldiers are hidden on that huge wooden horse. Okay, so तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि वो जो एक बहुत बड़ा घोड़ा था लकड़ी का, ह्यूज हॉर्स ऑफ मेड ऑफ वुड, उन्होंने उसको उनके महल के बाहर छोड़ा, कि कैसल के बाहर छोड़ा यूनानीज के. ओके, देन as I said, Yunanis are very religious people. They think this is the god of gift. Okay, and वो उसको अपने महल के अंदर ले आते हैं. ओके, एंड वो इंजॉय करते हैं, उसके पूजा अर्चना वगैरह होती है. उसके बाद क्या हुआ, जो रात में सब लोग जब सो जाते हैं तो जो हिडन सोल्जर्स थे उस घोड़े के अंदर, वो बाहर आते हैं, निकलते हैं, और वो उस उनके महल के, उनके कैसल के पूरे डोर्स ओपन कर देते हैं। सो जो उनके बाहर के सैनिक थे, जो बाहर के सोल्जर्स थे, वो भी अंदर एंट्री ले जाते हैं, और एक कंप्लीटली मैस होता है वहाँ पर, कंप्लीट एक अच्छी लड़ाई होगी वहाँ पर, युद्ध होगा, और उस बैटल में बहुत लॉस होता है यूनानीज का। So this is the story behind Trojan. So Trojan is work like that. It opens the back door for any virus. Okay. So indication of a Trojan attack include abnormal system and network activities such as disabling of antiviruses, redirection to unknown pages, etc. Okay. Trojan creates a covert communication channel between victim computer and attacker for transferring sensitive data. Okay, if a Trojan comes to your system, it can compromise your system in every way. In every way. Okay, he can send the key depression data to your system, to the hacker. Okay, and it can redirect complete your desktop data, or complete your remote desktop to the hacker. Okay, so Trojan is very dangerous, as it has the uh, bad intention to make it. Trojan horse, Troy movie. So we can say Trojan or a Trojan horse, similar like that. Now, ransomware, one of the most profitable and therefore one of the most popular types of malware among cyber criminal is ransomware. Okay, as we have discussed about that software many times, that if a ransomware attack on your system, it definitely converts all of your file into the encrypted form. So okay, sorry. Uh, so ransomware is one of the most profitable and therefore one of the most popular types of malware among cyber criminal is ransomware, because a hacker takes a huge amount to decrypt the user's data after encryption, after encrypted in the ransomware attack. So this malware, it install itself onto the victim machine, encrypts their file, and then turns around and demands a ransom, usually in Bitcoin, to return that data to the user. Okay. Spyware. So spyware, as the name suggests, spy mean to say a software which makes to spy on someone. Okay, so spyware is a program installed on your system, usually without your explicit knowledge. Okay, so without your explicit knowledge, that captures and transmit personal information on internet or internet browsing habits and details of its user. Okay, so if I have the remote desktop connection of any computer, or I can say if I compromised any network, any computer on my network, I can easily install spyware on that system and easily got their data about what he surf on internet and what he's doing on his computer whole of the day. That's why this is called spyware. Okay, a software I name spy agent is used for that. Spy, I think spy agent. Okay, Spyware enables its user to monitor all forms of communication on targeted devices. Okay, so spyware enables its user to monitor all forms of communication on the targeted devices. Spyware is often used by law enforcement, government agencies, and information security organizations to test and monitor a communication in a sensitive environment or an investigation. Okay. So, spyware can be used by our government bodies also for the investigation purpose, but spyware also available to consumers, allowing allowing purchase to spy on their spouse, children, and employees. Okay, so there is a free tool for Android called Mobile Tracker. Okay, Mobile Tracker is a free tool for Android version. You can install that tool in any Android phone, and after installing you will take whole of the control of that Android phone. So if you want to if you want to take an eye on your children phones or your employees phone, so you should install a mobile tracker APK on their Android phone. Okay, it's very easy to download from the website. Website is mobiletracker.com, and you can easily download it in the form of APK and easily install that mobile tracker APK in that Android phone. And after installing, you will get complete access of that Android phone. Even you can read their WhatsApp chat or any other kind of stuff is used in that Android phone. So I'm going to try this kind of demo to you also. Adware. Adware program push unwanted advertisement at user and typically display blinking advertisements or pop-up windows when you perform a certain action. Okay. So this is just like that when you going to download any kind of software or any kind of stuff you want from the internet, then many kinds of pop-up window comes to your browser and display their ads. Okay, just download that free software, download that free software for MP3 song, download that free software for Corel Draw software or any other kind of stuff. Okay, when you perform certain action. Adware program are often installed in exchange for another services. Okay, such as right to use program without paying for it. Okay, so this is completely a malware. Okay, so if you want to protect you from that kind of adware, just install an extension in your Chrome browser, that is ad blocker. If you install ad blocker extension in your mobile phone or your browser, that pop-up windows stop. Okay, and you can easily surf for your stuff. Rootkit. Rootkit, as the name suggests, root and kit. So basically, kit means there is a lots of tools there, and root means there is a group of tools which is looking for the root. Mean to say, it is a kind of malware which is a combination of different tools wants to make the super user of the victim computer. Okay, that's why it is called rootkit. Mean to say, it will definitely attack on your root system and take the advantage as a root. So it will take the root privileges of your system and take the complete access to the hacker. So a program, or more often a collection of software tools that gives a threat active remote access control control over a computer or other system. Okay, it gets its name because it's a kit of tools. Okay, gain root access, administered level control in Unix terms. Okay, Unix terms over the target system and use that power to hide their presence. Okay, botnet. So we have also discussed about the botnet. Botnet are the network of infected computers that are made to work together under control of an hacker. So we can say these are the combination, these are the group of many compromised system which that are used for a hacker. Okay, mean to say different people sitting on their different location all across the globe, okay, works for a hacker, works for a hacker. Okay, in most of the cases botnet is very useful to perform DDoS attack, denial of distributed denial of service attack. Okay, and there are some malwares example. Okay, as first virus named Creeper. Okay, so first virus name is Creeper, which is developed in 1970, uh, developed in 1970s. Okay, and after that there are different kinds of malware has been developed. Okay, so some of the example of them, I love you, SQL Slammer, Configure, okay, Zeus. So there are different kinds of malware examples here. So I love you, a worm that spread like a wildfire in 2000 and did more than 15 billion in damage. Okay, so 15 billion damage हुआ इसकी वजह से. SQL Slammer, which grounds internet traffic to a halt within minutes to its first rapid spread in 2003. CryptoLocker, Stuxnet. So CryptoLocker is the first widespread or ransomware attack, and after that Bad Rapid, whose code keeps getting repurposed in similar malware projects. Okay. So different ways a malware can get into a system. Okay, so these are the ways how a malware can get into a system. Okay, instant messaging applications. So if you are using any messaging application like WhatsApp or any other, so you will get many kinds of link. Okay, you people have got many kinds of link. Please download this app, please download this app, this is the Swadeshi app, and please don't use foreign kinds of app, please don't use Chinese app, and this is the Desi app, and you will get some rewards after using it. So these kind of stuff you will get into a system. So this is the best way to install malware to that system. Removable device mean to say pen drives, so or hard drives. So the malware can get into a problem of by removable device also. Okay, so before use any kind of removable device to your system or in your main system, please make sure that device is completely clean or scan it at least once before using it. Okay, attachments, email attachments, as I have discussed, browser and email software bugs, okay, fake programs, there's as there are fake apps, okay, or fake apps to download the MP3 song, okay, untrusted sites of freeware software. So keep one thing in mind, nothing is free in this world. So if a company claims that its software is completely free, so there is something is happening on the backend process. Okay, downloading files, games, and screensavers from internet sites. So these are the common techniques that attacker use to distribute malware on the web. Okay. So if an attacker wants to distribute a malware over the web, he can use different kinds of mechanisms. Some are displayed here. Black hat search engine optimization. So if a hacker did this, we can say it is completely black hat SEO. So they rank their pages in the search results. Suppose you are looking for a software, you are looking for any kind of stuff on the internet. If a hacker ranked their pages on over the web, their pages will appear on in first two or three results, and after clicking on that links, you will get a virus in bonus with your required software. So, social engineered clickjacking, clicking user into get to clicking users into innocent looking web pages, as we have done so much practical of social engineering. Malvertising, embedding malware in ad networks, as we have discussed about the pop-ups come to your browser many times. So these are the malvertising. Spear phishing sites. Okay. So this is the phishing kind attack. Suppose you make a clone, you make a copy of that PNB website or Facebook website or any other kind of website, and just send the link to the user. Compromise legitimate website, hosting embedded malware that spread to unsuspecting visitor. Drive-by downloads, exploiting flaw in browser software to install malware just by visiting a web page. So this is the drive-by downloads. How to detect a malware? This is the very important. How to detect the malware? In few steps, we can easily detect it that a malware exists in our system or not. The first symptoms is that a slow computer performance. If your computers perform slow, then there is something wrong with your system. Okay, but generally these are our tendency. रहने दो, ये ऐसे ही चलता है. Okay, so this is the first alarm that slow computer performance is alarm that any bad thing happens to your computer. Browser redirects, or when your web browser takes you to sites you did not intended to visit. Okay, suppose you just open your Chrome browser, or you just open your IE or any other Mozilla Firefox or any Safari browser. So after just clicking on the browser, you just redirect into the particular website or any other website. It is definitely a malware attack into your system. Mean to say, if you just open a browser, that your browser doesn't open any other website, but if it open or redirects you to any website, means your browser, your system is compromised. Okay. Infection warnings, frequently accompanied by solicitation to buy something to fix them. Okay. Suppose you have used a trial version of any software and a pop-up comes every time when you use it. Please purchase it to use that kind of feature. Please purchase it to use. So these are also the warnings that a malware exists to your system. Problem shutting down or starting up your computer. Mean your computer takes a lots of time to shut down or takes a lots of time to start up. It can also causes of a malware. Frequent pop-up ads. Okay. The more of these common symptoms you see, higher the likelihood your computer has malware infection. Browser redirects and large number of pop-ups warning claiming you have a virus that are the strongest indicator that your computer has been compromised. So if you people have any kinds of symptoms into your system that it is almost there is a virus attack to your system. How you can protect myself from malware? So how you protect your device? So first of all, always used a genuine operating system in your computer, in your laptop, or in your mobile phone also. So if you are go for a pirated operating system, so it will definitely harm you in any other way. So keep your operating system and application updated. Cyber criminal looks for vulnerability in old outdated software. Okay, so there are many kinds of loopholes find in old versions of software. That's why the companies launches different patches to uh, come over their vulnerabilities. So make sure you install updated as soon as they become available. Okay. So likewise, any Android version or any iOS version, you have to update your Windows or your Mac OS also. Okay. Never click on a link in a pop-up. So never click on a link on a pop-up. Simply close the message by clicking on close button. Okay. Don't click at anywhere. Just click on close button in the upper corner and navigate away from the site and generated it. Okay. Limit the number of apps on your device. Okay. So please remove unwanted apps on your phone or your PC. Only install apps you think that you need and will use regularly. Okay. And if you no longer use app, uninstall it. Use a mobile security solution like McAfee Mobile Security, available for Android and iOS. As malware and adware campaigns continue to infected mobile application, make sure your mobile device are prepared for that. So, if you really think that you have done too many things with your smartphone, and if okay, so please use a mobile security solution. And if you are a regular user or a normal user, so it is not recommended to use any kind of mobile security solution, because you have to pay amount for that. And if you are really update that antivirus, then it works, and otherwise you use it for 1 year, and after it you are not able to use it. So it doesn't make sense. So if you are a regular or a normal user, so it is not recommended to use any mobile security solution. Okay. Don't lend out your phone or leave your device unattended for any reason. Okay. And be sure to check their setting and apps. So when you got some time, please always check your setting and apps. There is unwanted apps over there or not. Okay. So whenever you have got time, just go to your mobile phone and go to the setting and checks what kinds of app you have installed into your system. If anything suspected finds, then please uninstall it or report it accordingly. Okay. And please make sure that you have to shut down your smartphone after 2 or 3 days regularly. Be careful online. Only purchase security software from a reputable company via their official website or in a retail store. So please don't purchase any security software from third party website. Okay. If you purchase, and some website claim that they have the cracked version of latest antivirus software. So if you are going for that kind of software, you will definitely compromise. Okay. Stick to official app stores only. Okay. So if you are an Android user, you have a Google Play Store, and if you have a iOS in your hand, you have a app store. Okay. So don't go for third party apps if it is not required. And okay, if you are really installed that third party app, so please make sure there is no malware in it. While spyware can be found on official app store, they thrive on obscure third party store promoting unofficial apps. Okay. By downloading by downloading apps for jailbroken or rooted devices, you bypass built-in security and essentially place your device's data into the hands of a stranger. So if you are a sorry, if you are an Android user, if it is not required, so please don't root your phone. Okay, some people root your phone because they want to install some other kinds of apps in their phone and use that app. Okay, so if you are an Android user, please don't root your phone. Okay, by doing that, you will lose your warranty, and warranty is a little thing, but by doing that, you are completely remove the security of your device. Okay, so if you root your phone, your the layer the security layer of your phone is removed, and any kind of app can get into your system and will harm you. Okay, similar in jailbreaking process in iOS devices. Okay, don't open an email attachment unless you know what it is, even if it come from a friend or someone you know. So what is keylogger? Keylogger are the programs, keylogger are the software programs or hardware devices that monitor each keystroke as user types on a keyboard. Okay. I will try to demonstrate this kind of keylogger. Uh, Logs onto a file or transmit them to a remote location. Okay, if a keylogger install in your system, that will definitely given whole of the key depressed by the victim to the hacker. Okay, the name actual keylogger is used for that. It also allows attacker to gather confidential information about victim, such as email ID, password, banking details, chat room activity, etc., etc., etc. Because it gives any kind of key pressed on the victim's keyboard, so it allows attacker to gather any kind of confidential information, whether it is your banking detail, okay, whether it is your banking password, chat room activity, anything. Okay, physical keylogger are placed between keyboard hardware and the operating system. So here I will use software keylogger because we don't have any physical kind of keylogger. So spyware, we have discussed it earlier. Spyware is a program that records user interaction with a computer and internet without the user's knowledge and send them to a remote attacker. Okay. So in today's era, we can see it is just like as parental control of some apps. In Byju's app, there is a parental control. In YouTube app, there is a parental control. Okay, so we can relate spyware similar like that. Google Play Store. So basically, there are lots of permissions demanded by apps on Google Play Store. So how Google Play Store works? Okay. So in Google Play Store, there are millions of applications are there. Okay. There is a one-time fee like $25 registration fee to upload any kind of app there. Okay. If you are registered, if you are a registered user of Google Play Store, by paying $25 fee, you can upload number of applications there. Okay. Easy to publish your application on a Play Store. It is very easy. As I said, there is a one-time fees. It's only $25. Easy to publish your application on Play Store, and there are many kinds of free applications. Okay, there are plenty of free applications over there. That's why if you are looking for any kind of stuff, you just download the application from Play Store and use it. If you looking for any kind of game, just type that name of that game and just enjoy that game. Okay. So why people upload the applications on Google Play Store? So some people have the hobby to develop some kinds of apps. Okay, that's why he upload their applications on the internet, on the Google Play Store. Okay, and some people use for their academic project. Okay, and some people used Google Play Store for marketing, non-profitable free services. Okay, non-profitable free services, revenue generation from advertisements. Okay, so publicity and malware. And the last point is malware. So in the world of good people, there are bad people too, who have the intention to upload a malware into the Google Play Store after installing. So what are the Android permissions? An Android application must be granted permissions to access sensitive functionality such as the internet, dialer, and so on by the user. If you install any application on your Android device, it demands lots of application. Okay, so if you install Paytm kind of app into your system, uh, it demands lots of permissions. It demands camera permission to scan their QR code, or it demands a contact permission because it have records of all Paytm users, and it is very easy to send the money to your contact person. And it demands your dialer system, it demands your call logs. Okay, so many kinds of demand the application have. So if you install, suppose you installed a app like scientific calculator. Okay, suppose there is a scenario in which you are looking for a app that is called scientific calculator, and after installing that scientific calculator, it demands you the camera permission, it demands you for call log permission, it demands you for contact permission. So this is the alarming sign. Mean to say, oh, it is simply a scientific calculator, so why he is demanding camera permission or call permissions or contact permissions? So if you are give all of the permission to that app, okay, that so the app definitely will compromise your system. Okay, so please check your permissions given by you in your phone by clicking, by tapping the setting button, and after the setting just click on apps. So there is a chance there any malware comes to your system by doing that permissions activity. It requires the user permission to perform any kind of malicious activity, stealing data, compromising the system, and so on. Okay, so it requires a user's permission. Okay, so we can say, as I said on the very first day, we all are hacked because we have given a lots of permission to the Android or a iOS user. iOS is uh, much more safe, much more safer than the Android. Okay, that's why I said we all are victim, we all are target, but because we have not rich enough, that's why we are not the victim. But all of the we all are compromised because we uses the technology in our hand. Users had to either accept all the permission or not install the permission. Okay, so it is in user's hand. Okay, so it doesn't make sense to give all kind of permissions to a normal calculator kind of apps. Okay, and for a game you just give all kinds of app permissions for using a game. Okay, so these are the Android permission. So types of malware, in case of Android devices, these are the characteristics of malware in case of Android devices. So if a malware comes to your Android or iOS device, uh, uh, it will steal your personal information. Okay, tomorrow I will do a practical demonstration for Android hacking. So for that I make a APK file and install into your my phone, and my phone will completely compromised. Okay, and it will give all of the permission and all of the data to the hacker. So stealing personal information, sending a premium SMS that cost money. Okay, giving an attacker remote access to the device. Okay, in case of phone, installing other app without user's consent. Okay, so without the permission of user, if a malware comes to your system, so they will install any other apps without the user consent. That's why I said please check regularly by tapping the setting button and apps button. So there is unwanted apps is exist in your apps in your phone or not. Okay, it is a good practice to be safe. In general, we can say that types of malware for Android are the same as those for computer. Okay, in very general terms, we can say. So, how to detect malware in Android? Okay, Android, or we can say in iOS in some cases. So very first symptom is all about the battery life, because if a process running in the background, it definitely demands a power. That's why if a process running in background, our battery performance of our smartphone becomes poor. That's why if a malware comes to your system, if a malware exists to your Android or iOS, your battery life becomes poor. Okay, and unexplained data uses. Suppose you are a data user of provided by Jio or Airtel. Suppose you have a plan for 2 GB data per day, and you are a normal data user, and but your data it completely finished in a day or in a half of the day. Okay, so this is called unexplained data uses. Mean the process run in the background and the app that the malware app installed into your system demands lots of data to send your personal data to the hacker. That's why it the demand of the use of your mobile data is increases in that cases. Okay, first 2 points are very necessary to detect malware into your Android devices. Okay. If these kind of activities found in your phone, so please be careful and first of all, just go for setting and check the apps. Okay. Then sudden pop-ups. When you go for any app, sudden different kinds of pop-up comes. So it is also alarming sign that you have installed by mistakenly or intentionally a app that have malware over there. Okay. So this is the detection process of malware into Android. Battery drain. So as I said, if a process running in the background, your battery becomes poor and it drains increase very soon. Okay. Just check the unknown sources. Okay. So please don't check this option unknown sources if you don't want to uninstall any third party app into your system. If you are a developer, if you are a game developer or a researcher, then you have to just click on that. But if you are a normal user, so and you are don't need to any third party app, so please don't check it, this option. By uncheck this option, any other kind of apps uh, outside the Play Store or iOS Store doesn't want okay, doesn't try to install into your system. Okay. So if this option is on, any kind of app installed to your system. Okay. Verify apps. So always verify all the apps. Just check into your system. Defending against attack. So in most of the phone in today's comes with RAM optimization. Okay. So please use the RAM optimization technique. So use a net state in Windows, see how services are running. Likewise, Process Explorer in our Explorer is available in our computers, and also there is a RAM optimization available in our smartphone. So please use the RAM optimization and check whether is unwanted process is running into the background into your phone or not. Okay. Periodically check to see if any new services have been started or not. So just check the apps. Okay. Keep your software genuine, patched and up to date. Okay. So keep your software updated. Okay. In Android, most of the people have their updated version. Okay. Consider shutting down any services you do not need. Okay, if you don't want any app and you don't want to use that app for no longer, then please uninstall it. Use genuine antivirus and update it frequently. Okay, in cases of antivirus, please use genuine antivirus. Why I said genuine? I will show you it in our practical demonstration. Okay, some companies of antivirus company doesn't caught the viruses also. Okay, back up your personal and professional data. It is very common thing. Golden fact: it is impossible to provide 100% security of a system. Okay, but if a hacker determines to break, he will definitely break it. Okay, so there is a website called Virus Total. Okay, so this is the website called Virus Total. If you have received any kind of malware, if you have received any kind of exe and you want to check there is a malware or not, there is a Trojan or not, you have to just upload that file by clicking on that link. Okay. So if you have any kind of file, if you have any kind of URL, okay, so you just type that URL and check whether it is phished URL or any kind of malware is available with this URL or not. So VirusTotal gives you this kind of basically this is the combination of this is the database of lots of antiviruses company. So if you suppose I will give you a small demo. Suppose this is the simple file. I upload it, confirm upload. Okay. So there are many antiviruses available here. Okay, those scan their file and gives their result. So Acronis undetected, Avast undetected, Avira no cloud undetected. So there is no virus. If a file have a malicious function, then these kind of antiviruses notified you. Okay, because this is the simple PDF file, so there is no virus. But if I use choose and just download and I upload that actual keylogger. So this is the exe which I have downloaded. So this is the hash value of my exe file which I have uploaded here. So ESAT not 32 says it's a riskware. Okay. So this is how VirusTotal works. Different antiviruses brands shows different messages about that file. And some antivirus is still undetecting it. That's why I said please use genuine antivirus and updated antivirus if you are going to use antivirus into your system. Okay. Avast, ClaimAV, Stick, K7 and Microsoft. So these are claimed that it is a malware kind of thing, but these all are said this is undetectable. Okay, so if you are using Symantec antivirus into your system, that kind of virus comes to your system easily and compromise your system. Okay, so that's why if you are using antivirus, please use genuine and sorry. Okay, so this is the VirusTotal. So in our next session, we will self-made uh, payload and upload it on VirusTotal and sees what kind of messages we receive. It is a virus or it is uh, not a virus. Okay. Now I have said mobile tracker. Okay, mobile tracker free. Just type mobile tracker free. Okay. So this is the website, and there is a install application free. So if you there is a video installation guide, how to use it, and there is a mobile tracker free. So this is the app. So first of all, you have to sign up there, and after sign in, you are able to download this APK. And after downloading the APK, you have just installed that APK into the victim's phone or your child phone or employee phone, and after installation you will get the complete access of the phone. Okay, so this is the phone. I will show you the demo later, and just type live threat map. So this is the website threatmap.checkpoints. So in which in this website you can see these are the live threats. Okay, if I select India, okay, so these are the live attempting of threats. Malware types of trends, 0% of percentage of affected organization. Attack trend last 30 days. So in India last 30 days में जो अटैक ट्रेंड हुए ये उनकी डिटेल्स हैं. बैंकिंग ट्रोजन्स 5.2%, बॉटनेट 11%. So this app, this website have the live data of threats occurred in across the globe. So these are the top targeted countries: Indonesia, Nepal, Mongolia, Georgia, Angola. And these are the top targeted industries according to this website. Okay, according to this website. Education, government, ISP and MSP. Okay. So if I select US, so there is less attack in last 3 days. Banking Trojan 1%, botnet 1%. Okay, and if I select India, there is 5.2, 11.2. Okay, and just go for this Indonesia. So where is Indonesia? So this is the website, and you can cross check it by using another website. Okay. Top 5 reported industries from the last 30 days: financial services, services, consulting, telecom, etc., etc. Okay. So there are many websites in which you can check how cyber threaten your country, your organization by these attacks. Okay. And if you are security researcher or a cyber security expert or a cyber security professional, and you want to research about some malware also, so you doesn't need every time to make that kind of malware. There are some resources available on internet too that provide you malware also for research purpose. Okay, there are different kinds of malware available for research purpose. You have to just download the malware into your system and doing some research on that. So there are many kinds of resources available on the internet. So on the internet, there is only 4% of the total web. We use surface web, but the web has lots of things. Okay, uh, like first website is Syrian malware. It is not recommended to download from that website, but here, if you are a security researcher, if you are a beginner, please don't go for it. extremerat.sylvia.exe. This is the hash value of that antivirus. Oh, sorry, that malware. Okay. So for research purpose, you can download it, and the password of the sample archive is infected. So if you just click on that MD5, you can directly download the zip file. Okay, and the password for that file is infected. So there are many kinds of resource available on the internet. You just have to explore that kind of things. Okay. So here I am going to download a keylogger for Windows. Okay. So Microsoft Defender says actual keylogger.exe is dangerous, so Chrome has blocked it. So this is the benefit of downloading, sorry, this is the benefit of installing updated software into your system. But if you really want to use it, just discard it. Okay. So if you are going to use that actual keylogger software, you have to stop. Okay. use. So I just use Mozilla. And download it. Okay, just install it. So every exe file needs a human interaction. Double click on it. But in the world of cybersecurity, इसका भी solution है. Create an online account or connect the existing one. An online account allows to remote monitoring of the record logs. So here I can provide email address on which we will get whole of that data. Just install it. Just open that keylogger. This is the interface of that keylogger. Type on setting. Keyboard event. screenshot. You can see screenshot, webcam snapshot, sound recording, webcam video. So first of all, you have to just click on enter your account. The face of that software is completely changed. The trial will period will expire in a day. Okay. Run. Now you have to use that keylogger, run at startup windows or hide everywhere. So if you select this option, so this keylogger is hide from everywhere present on the victim's computer. So first of all, you have to access the victim computers, then install that keylogger onto that system. Okay, so I just click run at startup. Yes. Do you want to prevent access of inappropriate website or pages? Just check next. What social media network and IM Messenger do you want to monitor? So if you want to monitor all kinds of social media of the victim plus Gmail or LinkedIn, whatever, so just check and done. Okay. Trial has expired and monitor was disabled. Okay. So So first of all, I have to download the cracked version for tutorial purpose. Okay. So this is the type Gmail login. Okay. So this is the actual dashboard of what the keylogger returns to you. Okay. So any screen record, webcam, events, but due to using the trial version, it could not display anything. So let me trying one thing. I'm just going for the cracked version of this software on that particular virtual operating system, and after installing it, the full feature of that software comes with that. So we will use it. Okay, so I will try it. Okay, so let's take a tea break for 15 to 20 minutes, and after that break, we will meet in our practical demonstration session. Okay, thank you.